Hello guys, welcome back. In the last video, we discussed various data types in Python, and in this video, we will continue our learning. And in this video, we will learn the data structures we have in Python. So, data structure is a kind of a container which actually holds the data in memory to process by the program. So, we have four inbuilt data structures in Python, namely list, tuple, dictionary, and set. And using their properties, we can group them. So, for example, whether a data structure is indexed or not, we can divide them into two categories like ordered or unordered. So, ordered one are those which we can access them using indexing like list and tuple, whereas unordered ones where we cannot use indices to access them, for example, dictionary and set. Also, we can divide them using their uh, accessing capability. For example, uh, there are data structures that we can change after creation, and there are other types which we cannot change after creation. So the one which we can change after creation are called mutable, including list, dictionary, and set, whereas immutable ones where we cannot change them after creation, that includes tuple and a specific version of set that is called a frozen set. So let us start with list. So list is the most basic data structure that we have in Python. We can add any data type in a single list. Like it need not to be always homogeneous. That is, a single list can contain string, integers, as well as object. So let's start with creating empty lists, and we can create list using two ways. One is a list constructor, or using um, square brackets. So this is the more preferred way of using or creating empty list. So let us print it simply. Let us say print var list, and let us say again print type var list. Now if you will run it, you will see like it will print an empty list and its type. So yeah, you can see it here. Now let us create with some values. Let us say we want to have a var list is equal to hello 100, 200 word. So now you can see here I have added a string, integer, as well as let us add some float values. So yeah, so that's all. Let us print var list. So now let us comment this out and let us run it. You can see it has all the values as well. So now next step is how we can access a particular value in the list. So for example, I want to access 100. We can use indexing, like it start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can access 100 using one index. So let us say item is equal to var list 1. And if we print the item, so its index 1 means it will print hello. Sorry, it will print 100. So let us run it. So we will see. You can see it has printed 100. So now let us try to replace, for example, we want to replace 200 with 500. So let us do that. So we can do that as well using indexes. So let us see where. So index for 200 is 0, 1, 2. So we will say 2 is equal to 500. And now let us print again the list. So now it will replace 200 with 500. So let us run and see it. You can see 200 is replaced with 500. Now let us try to append a particular item, like say example, I want to add um, Python. So that is we can add using append method. So let us do that. So we will do where append dot append, and let us say we want to add Python. So what it will do is it will simply add this particular object at the end of list. So it will simply add 1 to 3.30 and then Python. So let us print it. Now if you run it, see the output. You can see like it has added Python at the end. Also, we can remove item, and for example, let us remove 100. So we can use simply the remove method. So where list dot remove, let us say 100. Another important factor to note here, like if we have, for example, one more 100 here, so let us say 100. So it will remove only the first occurrence of that particular element. It won't remove all the occurrences. So if we run it, it will remove only this 100, not this 100. So let us run and see it. So you can see it has removed this 100, but not this 100. Okay, that's basics of list. Let us go to the next one, the tuple. So like list, we have two ways to create empty tuple. So like we can create either using a tuple constructor or a parenthesis, empty parenthesis. So let us create this one and simply print where tuple, and let's say also print type, and let us run it. So you can see it has created empty tuple and this type is tuple. So let us create with some values. So we can say where tuple is equal to parenthesis, and let's say hello Python 123.456.4 and so on, and let us print. So let us run it and you can see it has printed. Let us try to get a particular item similar to the list. We can access them using indexes. So for example, I want to get the item 123. So the index is 0, 1, 2. So we can say where tuple at index 2. So this will be 1, 2, 3 print item. Now if we run it, we will see the value of 1, 2, 3 printed. You can see here. Now, so as it is immutable data structure, we cannot change it. So let us try to change it if it throws some error. So let us try to say, okay, I want to change the second index with a new value. So let us try to do that. Is equal to 400. Another important aspect of PyCharm is like it will tell you if there is some issue with the code. So it will highlight like there is some problem. For example, here it is highlighting it like tuple does not support item assignment. So if you run it, it will throw an error simply. So let us run it. You can see it says the same thing. So we cannot change it as the property says, but we can replace it completely. For example, we can create a new tuple from like a new tuple entirely. For example, I will say let us say 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is like it is allowed. You can create a new tuple from like scratch, and this is allowed. So you can simply say where tuple. So this will print this tuple and this will print this tuple. So let us run it. So this is like hello Python 123 and this is 1234. So that's quite enough introduction for tuple as well. Let us go to the next one, dict. Dict is kind of similar to hash table or maps in other languages like Java or C++, and it consists of key value pairs. So the value can be accessed by unique key in the dictionary. So let us start with empty dictionary, and similar to the tuple and list, we have two ways to create empty dictionary. One is using dict constructor, and the second one using curly braces. So both are the same. Both will create empty dictionary, and let us print verdict and its type. So now if we run it, it will print an empty dictionary, and sorry, we need to run this. So you can see it is empty dictionary and dict. So let us create with some values. So let us say I want to say fruit names orange. So it just to remember, it has to be key value. So first is key, and the second one is value, and the second one is to, let us say, mango, and the third one, let us say, key. Now if we will print it, now it will print key values. Let us run again. So you can see it has printed. So it is similar like if you have some data in your Excel sheet, like you have account number as a key, and then name as a value. So key is like it should be unique. So bank account number is like unique number in your bank. So if you want to fetch something like that, and you want to process the data in program, so it is like dictionary would be the correct data structure that you will be using. So let us go ahead and like fetch a particular element. How we can fetch? So let us say item is equal to dict. Let us say we want to fetch value with k1. So let us say print item. So it will fetch you orange, and it will print it out. So let us run it. You can see it. One more thing is to just mention here, like this can be any data which is valid in Python. So it can be integer, float, string. So let's go ahead and add a new item in this. How we can do that? Let us say I want to add dict. So it is similar like how we're accessing. Let us say I want to add with hello. Let us say name is equal to Python. So now if I will print dict, it will add this with the name key. So let us print it. So you can say name is Python. So now if you want to replace it, simply use this syntax. So if you have an existing key, for example, I want to replace with the key 3. So it will simply replace it. So if doesn't exist, it will add it, or if it is exist, it will simply replace it. So now it will run it. So let us say I want to replace with hello world. Now it will simply replace this with hello world. So let us run it. You can say hello world name Python as third key, and the value for key is replaced with hello world. So this is a dictionary. This is very basic, definitely. Probably we will have a separate um, video on each and every data structure, and we will go in deep details of how we can process more complex data. But this is kind of intro that you can see it is quite simple. Next one is set. Set is kind of unordered data structure. Compared to list, it is highly optimized for checking whether a particular element exists in the set or not. One more thing is with set is that you cannot have duplicates in set. So let's go ahead and create a empty set. So there is only one way to create empty set is just using set constructor. So let us print it out and its type. So let us say type is equal to, let us run it. So you can see. Now let's try to create set with some values. So you can see I have added an example here. So let us run it again. You can see it has printed. Now let us try to get an item from that, for example, using indices. As it is unordered, so it won't allow to access them. So let us try it anyway. So let us say item is equal to where set, let us say 0. So it will throw an error because it is not subscriptable, like you cannot use indices to access them. So it will throw an error simply saying that it is non-subscriptable. So you can see. So let us try to add some items. For example, we can add an item using add method where set dot add, and let us say I want to add Python. So let us say it will add an Python item, and let us print again. You can see here. Let us run it again, and yeah, you can see here it has added Python in this. Also, similarly, we can remove a particular item. For example, if I want to remove 123 this item from the list, so you can use where set dot remove and then the element. So if I will say 123, it will simply remove it. If I will print it again, now it will print without where set. So just print it. So you can see it has removed 123. Also, we can use a pop method to remove a random item, and it returns that item as well. So for example, if you want to say like item is equal to where set dot pop, so what it will do is it will randomly choose one item which we don't know, it is random, and it will remove that from the set and return a particular item. So let us say print pop item is, so item. Now if you will print the set as well as the popped item, you will see that it will remove a random item and it will print the remaining list. So it has removed 456 and it has printed hello and Python. Let us try another version of set which is immutable. So meaning by that we can create but that we cannot change it after creation. So let us see, I already have added an example here. Let us comment out this code, this code, this code, and this code as well as, and let us uncomment this and let us print and also the type. So let us rerun and we will see that it will it is similar to the set almost, provided you cannot change the value after creation because as the name says it is frozen. So if I will try to add a new item, it will simply complain like no you cannot because it is immutable. So let us try to run it. It will throw an error. So you can see. So I think that's quite a good introduction for various data structures. Hope you guys enjoy this, and for learning please uh, do a bit more exercise on like create your own programs and use these data structures in your own coding. So in the next video, we will talk about conditional statements in Python, like if else. So that's all for now. See you in the next video. Bye. Take care.